Would you like to understand why the American and British people became so wealthy? Why a small island nation such as Britain began to acquire a vast empire upon which the sun never set, 6 or 8 times larger than the Roman Empire? The United States was in its infancy with 13 original colonies, but the Louisiana Purchase came their way, kept on spreading west. It was reckoned it would take 30 generations to occupy the landmass. They did it in about 6. Of course, the millions poured in thereafter, the British Isles and from Europe. 2% of the German people, mainly from northern Germany, who were also descendants of Israel, ancient Israel traveling west, finished up in these United States. The wealth that came through the rich soil, oil, and the wealth that they could acquire from trading made the United States, after World War II, the wealthiest nation on earth, that we could afford to have unequal balances of trade with nations around the world in order to take them out of total poverty. My father took us from the British Isles to Australia in the late 50s, and that was not long after World War II. Each country that our almost luxury cruise ship sailed into was in total poverty. I mean, I'm talking about even Italy and the various nations. And when we came to the Indian continent, I saw sights in Bombay that you would not allow your children to see. With the total poverty, there was no support for crippled people or aged people, mass unemployment. Little girls were running up to me with old stamps stuck on pieces of paper and holding their hand out because begging had been banned the year before we arrived there. It's incredible the wealth and control that the British Empire and the British Commonwealth of Nations now still has over 2 billion people around the world. Well, the Queen of England asked them recently, please don't send me any more precious stones. When they find a huge diamond, they still send that off to the Queen of England out of so much respect. This wealth and power came to Britain and America through a promise made long ago to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And you might wonder, who were these people pouring into the British Isles? Saxons, sons of Isaac, and the name British, which means birthright, peoples, came from. That is who we are. That is where we came from. Even the Irish were pushed out of ancient Israel, and the royal family was brought from Jerusalem to Ireland, to Scotland, and to England, and the same family of David sits there in Buckingham Palace. We have responsibilities greater than any other two nations. It is our responsibility to set this world a good example based on Judeo-Christian ethics, what we have learned and how we have maintained our society. And we have been letting down. We have allowed our quality of life and the actual sins that we have committed now in our own families and in preserving human life. We are in the gutter. We must turn this around. Otherwise, tremendous punishment will soon come upon the British and American people. Let's begin now to change our ways.